Fucking cops. I'm crossing the street over here, right? And the light is about, I'm waiting at the light. So it's about to change here so I could cross. I was coming over here to the store. And I'm stepping off the curb. And a cop's coming up here. He floors it, like, and turns his lights on. So I get back on the curb, you know. And he goes through, turns his lights off, and then just sits there at the light. So that motherfucker almost hit me just so he could make the fucking light. Yeah. Well, we're doing demon spotting and we're doing cop spotting tonight. Do both. Get two birds stoned at once, as this saying goes. And I'll of course be noticing yeah, I was looking at my comments and some guy was saying that the top 10 most dangerous beaches on TripAdvisor, Waikiki Beach is now number 3. They say it's basically like an expensive ghetto, is what they described it as. I don't disagree with them. It kind of is now. It was never like that, you know. It was never like this. But it's like that now. No matter what you think of maybe some of my schizo theories, a 42% jump in less than 2 years is unnatural. That's not natural. There was an X factor was introduced to the situation. Something was introduced. That's not for a place who's been pretty low crime relative to other cities for years and years and years. All of a sudden, it just takes this in a very short period of time. It takes this enormous jump. Whatever. Most things going on. Tonight's what is it? Fucking Wednesday? No. Is it Thursday? Hold on. Thursday, January 12th. All right. It's Thursday. Oh, it means new release night. New releases come out tonight for music. In fact, they come out on New York time, which is midnight. So they're probably out in a half hour. Huh. If I'm lucky, there'll be one or two good things, and then rows and rows of complete and absolute shit. But it's always kind of been that way though. You know, since I've been into music, it's like the stuff I like is always kind of, you know, far and few between that stuff comes out that I'm interested in. I was never into like the music of the day, even when I was a young person. Like I fucking hated grunge and all that shit. But I was at the right age for it when that shit came out. You know, early 20s. I mean, a little on the older side as far as like youth getting into music, but I was still in that demographic and I fucking hated it. Because I talk to people about that now and they're like, oh, you're just old. That's why you didn't like it. I'm like, no, I was fairly young at that time. Barely. I'll let these group of people get by here. And where are we gonna go? We're gonna go not there. We're gonna go across here. It's all about herd mitigation, you know. Again, police station over there. You'd never know it. There's no cops there. I see one way down there. With his lights on, pulled up over on the side of the road. But yeah, we'll do some cop spotting, see how many we see. Oh, here comes one down. There he goes. That's more than that's usually up here. Oh yeah, the TripAdvisor guy was telling me too that they were saying that how they're talking about how it's a dangerous area that's unpoliced. It's like, yeah, that's you know. So I thought I was being a little off the farm saying some of those things, but I guess not. Maybe you know, I'm not the only one that notices these things. I always think I am because I'm used to being like the only one that notices this kind of shit. So after a while you just figure, well, everybody's kind of slow and you just kind of have to, you know, be nice to them, you know, but they're not going to notice what you notice. But yeah, I guess people, like I was saying, that the tourists are going to start complaining about it. I guess they already have been. My initial kind of mistake when I first started thinking about it was thinking it was the lockdowns, where it was the line of delineation there between normal and retarded, but actually it started before the lockdowns. Just the lockdowns kind of exacerbated the situation. Thursday night's usually kind of busy out here. Actually, you know what? Almost every night is. The slowest nights, if I had to guess, are like Monday, Tuesday. You know, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all busy. It's hard to navigate out here. Oh, should I make it? I'm gonna do it. I did it. I made breakaway. See, getting that breakaway orbit thing is tough because you don't want to look like a complete asshole. But if you don't get that breakaway speed to get out of someone's orbit, you're just going to be stuck with them. Or, you know, their family or whoever you're with. You just might as well get your mail sent to them. Because you're not going anywhere. But it took me a while to try to chill out on that when I first moved here. You know, East Coast people, the way they get around there. Everyone that's outside on the East Coast, not like Hawaii. Hawaii's nice. So people go outside and they just stand around, stare at each other. But where I come from, if you're outside, you're going somewhere. You're not just going out to be nosy with strangers, which is what happens here a lot. So I'm used to walking like that. Like, all right, you know, I'm trying to get somewhere. And I'm like, what? Why everyone walking? And I'm like, oh no, no one's going anywhere. None of these people have a destination. So that took a while to get used to. The other thing too is it's like, it's people from all over the world. So everybody's got this kind of, they all have their own sort of slow gait. So it's like you're trying to navigate slow walks of the world. Or lack of self-awareness walks of the world. You know, that's what you're dealing with. So sometimes you find yourself in this really weird kind of unnatural rhythm. Well, because I guess if you're not like a real human, yeah, you can walk like that. But I am, like, you know, have a sliver of divinity in there somewhere. So I'm not like a complete robot. So for me, it's hard to walk like that because it's unnatural. But most of these people, they don't have a problem doing that. There's just no awareness. And there's like normal people here too, you know, not everyone's fucking out to lunch, but a lot of people are. And also that could be you're on vacation, so they're in a more relaxed kind of mood. But there is a lot of times where I'm just like, wow. Imagine like not being aware of anything, just blissfully unaware. That a lot of them seem happy though. Quiet but happy. Mentioned that too before. I noticed like people as they're walking, like when I'm out walking with a friend or my wife, whatever, we're talking just because, you know, otherwise it's just kind of weird, you know. But a lot of people don't do that. They just silence, just no one talking to each other. You can see it here. That's all we've seen here. None of these people are talking to each other. Every once in a while you hear a voice. None of those people. That girl's talking to her friend. See, now I'm looking at people to see if they're talking. I can't get wrapped up in that.
AJ,
I think I did something when I was in the mirror. I like knocked my eye socket or something. My head's been staying still, but my eyes are still moving. So I got this really weird vertigo thing where I keep wanting to turn to the left, and I don't know why. It's like I get hit by a cartoon hammer or something. Hey, there's a cop. Another cop. Wow, that's 3. We've seen 3. I mean, they're not out here. They're just riding by. If something went down, they certainly wouldn't stop. You know, as I've told stories about how I tried to flag them down in the past for aid, and they're just like, no, fuck you. A lot of times though, I mean, if they see like a homeless person's involved, they won't stop because they don't want them in their car, you know. So I mean, I don't know, I get it. It's a really nice car, you know. I've had nicer ones myself, but I understand if you haven't. That's cool. It's pretty boring, huh? Sorry about that, guys. You never know. A lot of times they just go out and usually something will pop in my head, but I don't know. Watching every night on Bolt, the jab report. Oh, Lisa Marie Presley dead. I was over at John, what the hell is his name? This DJ guy that was on rock. I don't know. He's an ex-DJ. He's got a channel now that he interviews like boomer musicians. So like, I love it. He'll, you know, talk to a lot of older acts. And he had a live stream going, and everybody in the chat was just like spamming back stuff about the. See, it's so quiet. You could hear a pin drop out here. Nobody talks to each other. They're just all silent. It's fucking bizarre. I just felt to start talking about the vax, and I didn't want everyone to like attack me like zombies. He's running of them. Get him. One who can see. Yeah. So the people just kind of going on about the vax in the chat. He's getting real mad too. And yeah, the best part is he's like, come on guys, he's an old radio guy, so he has the radio voice. I'm not gonna entertain any of this crazy conspiracy stuff. The thechadti says no refunds. Oh, that was beautiful. I was like, thank you, God. He throws you one sometimes, you know. We're on the same team, you know. And yeah, I didn't watch the stream that long, but most of the time it was him just trying to like give people in chat an argument about she was 54. People died at 54. Come on, guys. And of course she like unexpected. Oh, is that no? She got a booster. Which is even more egregious for him to try to sit there and show. It's like, dude, then you're not getting back into show business. I think he thinks he has a chance to get back in it or something. He's like fucking 70. And so he automatically has to shill the shill. So he's automatically just like, come on. I won't entertain conspiracy theories here. People just hammer them with it. But yeah, when after he finished admonishing the chat again, when he just read mine out, it was so funny. Perfect. Yeah, it's just bizarre. It's bizarre. And that's why things like this are allowed to happen. Because there's people like that around. You know, as long as there are guys like him who will cover for fucking Satan, you get more stuff like that. Imagine being like that kind of show for the farmers. They're not giving him anything. Well, that's the thing, like Patrice O'Neill said a long time ago. The brilliant Patrice O'Neill. He's talking about Babe. And Charlie Sheen in specific, how people fall out of favor, get burned out, they get their bridges burned. But once when they're doing well, he was referring it to as being in the belly of the beast. When you're in the belly of the beast, you're making the money, everybody loves you. Then if you fuck up or something, the beast will shit you out. You know, if you have some kind of public scandal or you go against someone, you get shit out by the beast. And then he said what happens after that, though, is almost everybody lines right back up to get back in the belly. And that's what happens. We talked about that the other day with musicians whose careers hit their skids, so they have to do some kind of sacrifice. Oh, I heard they'll take marriages as a sacrifice too, which is interesting because Phil Collins went through 3 of them. So yeah, I guess they'll accept the destruction of a marriage as a sacrifice because of its I don't know, because it's not like a whole, it is a holy thing really, originally. So it's like some kind of thing against God, so they'll take that, you know, they'll take anything against God. So that's kind of easier than murdering someone. Maybe not for, you know, the person who's in the, who's being divorced. It could ruin someone. Yeah, so Phil had 3. So it's almost like, all right, every time they need a bump to get to the next level, he'd have to go through divorce. That's interesting. Someone informed me of that. Yeah, not much going on here. This might not even be worth posting. Did I get anything good on it? Like anything? My sort of my barometer was there some kind of thing you could get from it, or was there something funny? And I think 0 for 0. 0 to hero. It must be my vertigo. If I'm coming back though, and anything pops up, like I hear the familiar yelping and gurgling, I'll turn it on. And I will keep a count in my head of how many cops I see up here. So far I've seen 3, but 1 was near my house. Here, on this road, the main drag, where they're really needed, we've seen 2, and they were in cars, and they were moving pretty quick. None over at the police station. So just normal. It'd be interesting to see, like, I don't think I've done on a Friday night or Saturday night any cop spotting. I'll have to do that this weekend. I'll have to do that tomorrow night or Saturday night when I come up. We'll do like we'll keep a count. If we do see any, it's just going to be the cars, you know, driving past in the cars. Or throwing the sirens on just so that I'll jump back on the curb and they can make the light. And then when they get past me up to the next light, they turn the sirens off and they patiently wait at the light. What an asshole, you know? Hey, that's how it is, though. Yeah, I got a cigarette. Hold on. How you doing, man? Good?
Yeah. You don't have any, you got any spare change?
No, I don't know. I'm kind of poor.
You got any dope?
No, I stopped doing drugs a while ago. Sometimes I wish I didn't, though.
Thank
You know?
you.
Have a good night, man. Yeah, so if anything comes up good, I'll always hit the button. Don't blame the teacher, blame the school.